All right, so just went to the Pen Paper Supply Co. First stop for my office tour of Scranton is the On and On like thrift vintage store, and they got this cool mural right here of Dwight Schrute. Gonna go in there, see what they got. It says they have merch inside and all that. Just got out of that little vintage store there. There's not a whole lot office related in there, but it was cool to see some of the stuff and see this mural. I can see why it's part of the office tour around Scranton. On to the next spot, Cooper's Seafood. All right, here at Cooper's, I would have thought they could have more of the characters up there than just those. I think there's a lot more main characters they could have included. And I'm gonna head in. I don't think I'm gonna eat here, but apparently they have the one of the only actual gift shops here for office related things. So I'm gonna go inside and check it out.
Could you share a robot? Could a robot be about to move your answer? No, all right. And before that happens, I need to get ready. And I don't want to hear, no, I can't help it. No, I'm a catch, and I'm not going to be able to hand out index cards and a woman for me to date. By the end of the day. No. Right, allegedly, people.
Wow, there is a lot of stuff in here. I could easily spend every single dollar I have here in one spot. Maybe I shouldn't have come here. This is insane. I might have to pick up one of those frame pictures, maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, believe it or not, I made it out of there for only $14.50, so that's pretty amazing. I actually spent over an hour inside that small little gift store as I could not decide what to get. But I'll show you here in a second what I got. All right, this is what I wanted the most, or at least for what I could afford. So it's a picture of Jim, Pam, and their kids. Got a postcard to send to somebody. And I went with this magnet. So like I said before, I collect magnets. Okay, up next here on this little tour of Scranton is the Electric City sign. Okay, I don't think that was really much of an office thing other than they reference it in the song that they make. The Electric City, what? Okay, next stop is going to be lunchtime. It's about 2 o'clock right now. I'm getting hungry, and what better place than Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. I'm going to go check that out and see how good it is. They don't have pizza by Alfredo's, which I believe is what it was named in the show. That was just fictional, but I'm surprised they wouldn't have that by now. I would probably start that here if I had a pizza place here, but whatever. Okay, here at Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. Excited to see what they have for me maybe get a slice, but maybe get a whole pizza. I don't know.
All right, what can I get for you?
Can I get the thick pan pizza half tray
Yeah.
with
Anything on it?
pepperoni?
Okay, anything else?
That'll do it.
And what's the name for your order?
Josh?
All right, it's going to be like 30 minutes. Is that okay?
Yep.
It's going to be 11:44.
All right, kind of surprised by the price. Maybe I'll be surprised with maybe how small the slices are. It says 6 cuts. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. It's a half tray of pizza. Should be plenty for me. Hopefully it's good. We'll find out soon, about half hour wait. Immediately after getting off the last recording, they called me and said, hey, we got a half, basically what they have what I ordered, because somebody else had ordered a full one and then split it into a half, I guess. So didn't have to wait 30 minutes. Didn't even get out to my van by the time they called me. So check out this pizza. I have yet to even open it yet, so we're seeing this together. Oh boy. Yeah, that's plenty of pieces. This is gonna go well in my stomach. It's gonna do real good. All right, not sure when this is coming out, but this is familiar territory because I have eaten a pizza in this exact location in my van before and filmed it. And I had a lot of fun doing it. So we'll see how it goes this time. First impression on it, it looks good. It also looks like it could be served at, what's it called? Chuck E. Cheese pizza. So we'll see. It's just like dripping off. Who knows? That's actually phenomenal. This is a really good pizza. I don't know if it's the crust or what it is, but this is phenomenal pizza. There's got to be the crust. There's got to be some type of seasoning in this. This is so good. This is some of the best pizza I've had in a long time. I can't believe the pricing on this. I think it was $8 for this, and then to add pepperoni was $2.25. This is really good. I can see why this was known as the good pizza on The Office. I didn't see anything on the menu as far as pizza by the slice. But maybe I should have looked into that and not gone full blown. Oh yeah, okay. There is by the slice. So it would have been $2.25 a slice plus $1 for a topping per slice. So I'm really getting a way better deal with this one, which I am a fan of. Yeah, this is really good. I was debating having this or having Cooper's seafood, but they never really ate at Cooper's in The Office, that I remember at least. They had just talked about going there. I just always remember Kevin saying something about going to Cooper's, but I don't know if they ever really went there to at least eat there or anything like that. Come to think about it, where did they go for those? They met up with the guy that they were trying to talk to secure a contract with. It was the guy with the Lackawanna County. But they went, it was baby back, Chili's. So I don't even know. I haven't searched if there's a Chili's here. It wasn't on the little like Office recommendation thing. But you'd think there'd be a Chili's here. But anyways, yeah, I didn't want to get Cooper's. All they had there that I would have really wanted would be maybe the clam chowder, or they had these chicken stuffed jalapeno poppers, but it wouldn't have really been like Office to me. This was like obviously one of the top places here in Scranton to come for The Office. I take back everything I said about it could have been served at a Chuck E. Cheese's, because this is quite flavorful. And I judged it by the looks. The looks of it looks very simple, but sometimes that's okay, I guess, if it's just simple, because this is phenomenal pizza. Like, I would definitely come here all the time if I lived here. Had I had to make the 30-minute wait for this, would have been just fine as well. Stoked that they called me right away saying that they had made a full pizza of this. And usually I guess it would just go towards slices for people to buy the slice, but the cook had said, hey, we're We got one of those coming up right now. I don't have to wait 30 minutes. So this is awesome. But I would have waited 30 minutes. This is my office day. I never thought I'd be in Scranton, Pennsylvania. The only reason I'm even here is just to avoid the turnpike, the tolls, to get from western Pennsylvania to New York, and I just figured that was going to be a lot. So this was on the route to New York without having to pay tolls. And so if that's the case, I am definitely going to stop in Scranton at that point. Didn't need to, but I am a huge fan of The Office. I know everybody says that, but I could recite this thing. I've seen The Office at least 15 times through, easily. When it was on Netflix, it was a daily thing. No matter what, I watched it. It's been off Netflix for probably years by now, and I dearly miss it. Literally, The Office was my best friend for a long time. No joke. It was always there for me when I needed it. I'd fall asleep to it. Just brought a sense of comfort. Do you watch The Office? If so, how many times have you watched it through? I know there's people who have watched it way more than I have. 15 is a low number compared to some of the Office fan sites and whatevers of the world, of the World Wide Webs, that they say how many times they've watched it. Would have definitely been more than 15 for me by now had Netflix never taken it off. Have you ever been to Scranton? Is there anybody watching this that's been to Scranton that I know? Highly doubt it. But hey, maybe YouTube pushes this out to people that are in Scranton and they're like, yeah, I'm from Scranton. I go to Alfredo's all the time. I'm sure some of the people probably get a little tired of people like me coming through. There's a ton of people in the gift shop that I went to at Cooper's, and the lady there was super nice. She asked if I needed any help after I'd been in there for over an hour. Everybody had come and gone, and I'm still there sweating what I'm going to buy because I just don't have a whole lot of money to be spending on stuff. There was other things I wanted. They had a bunch of framed photos, framed things like a newspaper headline. That was super cool. Mentioned different things from The Office, like Hell Convention in town. There was the headlines of what Michael had said when they had a quality assurance problem, and I can't recite that, but some of you might know what it is, when he had said what he wanted the headline of the newspaper to be. Something about the paper company still knowing how to do business right, or something like that. Big Office fan, Josh. I'm telling you guys, I can recite everything other than the first thing I mentioned that could be recited. But they had that, a bunch of shirts. The lady that works there, I guess she's family of Cooper's, because I was asking her how she got such a sweet job, because I could work there honestly for the rest of my life. If there was a dream job, that's the dream job. The Office is playing nonstop. I loved being in there. It just felt so comfortable. It felt like home, just being in there and hearing the episodes, hearing stuff that I already know is coming and still laughing. I love that show. Shout out to the writers on that show. I don't think they get enough credit. The writing and the timing of everything and the character development throughout the years, it's incredible. It's going to go down no matter what. That's my favorite show of all time. Doesn't matter what's come out. Doesn't matter what's coming out in the future. There's nothing more entertaining to me than watching The Office. Are you enjoying this pizza with me? It's dripping. Maybe I can find somebody here that wants a free slice. Make that a tradition. But yeah, that's them being in Scranton. I'm sure I started talking about this earlier, but them being annoyed by people like us, possibly, the Office fanatics. But my goodness, I'm sure it brings in tons of business. I mean, the Alfredo's Pizza Cafe, like, I'm sure they get 50% boost of business than they normally would have with that show. Cooper's, they got people coming in all day long, all day, she said. And I saw it. I mean, this is Thursday. I probably got there around noon, and it's just people nonstop. And I'm sure that draws in, not only are they selling merch and all that, but gets people to come in and eat there. And I just chose not to eat there because I felt like they never really ate there, or at least in the show, on the show, showing it to us eating there. But correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm rusty. It's been a couple years since really watching it. I don't think they ever ate there. So far we've seen the pen paper tower, which is cool. They also have, it says pen paper up there at the top of the tower, but on one part of it, it also says Dunder Mifflin. So cool tribute to the show. From there, we went to the On and On vintage store. That was basically on the list solely because there's a Dwight Schrute mural painted on the outside, which you saw. From there, we went to Cooper's, walked around the gift shop, checked out the menu, didn't want anything, but the gift shop was just heaven to me. There's so many things that I wanted. I could have spent every dollar I have in my name there. I mean, it's easy because there's not a whole lot of dollars to my name, but I could have easily spent hundreds there, and didn't. Stoked I made it out for $14.50. That was incredible to me. Spent over an hour in there. They had a lot of cool magnets, a lot of cool wall art. I had Pam's oil or watercolor painting of the office that I wanted. Just don't have anywhere to really put it. I can't hang it up in here, really. It would just go underneath my bed for storage to have at some point down the road. If I ever end up getting my own place or getting a place, living in a house. They had a bunch of the Pop, Funko Pop dolls, and they had a bunch of rare ones. Golden Face probably being my favorite of the rare. But I think it was $65, definitely. I don't have a tank of gas to spend on a little bobblehead thing. What else do they have? A bunch of shirts, but their shirts aren't that great. Like, I was sitting there in the store thinking of so many different things. Like, they had one of them wanted Scranton Strangler or whatever, piece of paper, wanted notice, for criminals. And I sat there, when I first saw the thing, I was like, oh, cool, like, I'm getting that shirt. But I didn't realize that it was for Scranton Strangler. I thought it was of Pam's drawing of Dwight Schrute when they were looking for somebody that was, showing themselves off. And she had drawn him. And it was a really very funny episode. I can't believe they don't have that as a t-shirt. Bunch of other little ones, like the little desktop framed photo I got that I showed you. They had a bunch like that with a bunch of different ones, from all different seasons, all different episodes, different things. I could definitely have just bought all of those to have one day. But Scranton's always going to be here, and I figure I could probably just find that online too if I don't end up coming back to Scranton. But if I ever need to decorate a house in the future, I know Scranton has got me covered. Cooper's has me covered. I got the magnet that said Electric City, just because I figured that was more of a, hey, I went to Scranton type thing instead of an office sticker. A lot of the office stickers weren't that great. There was the Froggy 101 they have that's actually a radio station here. It's a green sticker. If you watch the show, you've definitely seen it. Could have got that as a magnet, but that didn't really speak to me. And then they had the "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take" quote by Wayne Gretzky, but also Michael Scott. They had that. I was going to get that, but then I was like, what do I need that for? Like, that's just going to remind me of The Office. It's not going to remind me of Scranton and this day. So, got Scranton, the Electric City. Why not? Crap, this is the last slice. I just kept going in on it. I was thinking about trying to find someone to give it away to, but I don't think as many people around here are going to want to get a free slice in the parking lot compared to when I was in Detroit. If you haven't watched it yet, wondering what I'm talking about Detroit, I go and get a pizza from Jet's Pizza in Detroit based on a recommendation from a friend back home who was from Detroit. And by now, I'm sure I've made a YouTube video of it. It has not been made yet, but I'm sure it'll be posted before this gets posted. So go check that out. Maybe I'll figure out how to link it. That can be the new thing I learned for this video is how to link that video specifically. Maybe it can be on the top over here in this corner. I don't know how people do that. I know how they do it at the end, but I don't know how to make it pop up during, but also that kind of annoys me because why would I want somebody to click off the video I'm watching right now to go watch this other video? Why? Like, that's just going to ruin the algorithms, watch time, duration watched. Like, I get it at the end though. That's the end of the video. Here, go watch another one. Why would people want to suggest these videos to click on during the video? It's going to take them off the current video. I don't know. I'm rambling. But I guarantee you at the end of this video, I promise you, I will have a link or a thing to push, click on whatever, or maybe a link in the description below of my previous pizza eating experience. If you're into this type of stuff, into me talking while eating a whole pizza. And that, all done. So that was 6 slices of pizza from Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. Highly recommend. All right, just finished that pizza again. Super good. Hey, chef, if you're watching this, very good pizza, man. So, going to go to the Steamtown Mall now, because what better way to burn off some of that pizza than walking around the mall? I don't think there's anything too incredible there. I know there's a Welcome to Scranton sign that once was out on the road somewhere, but so many people were stopping to take a picture with it that they had to move it. So they moved it to the 2nd floor of the Steamtown Mall as far as the research tells me. So I'm going to go there. It's just a mall, but might as well just walk around. I have some time to kill before Poor Richard's opens up. That'll be the stop after the mall. It opens up at 5 o'clock, so still got a couple hours to go until then. And I heard that there's great office memorabilia there, so excited to go to Poor Richard's. Hopefully I can get in there without having to order a beer. Currently trying to do a little bit of a clean and sober of everything. So maybe I can get in there and get like a Shirley Temple or something. So we'll see. Well, of course, the parking garage at the mall is very low clearance, and it's just right at 7 feet, which I believe is about my clearing point, but not gonna take any risk in a parking garage. Rarely ever do. So of course now I gotta come over here onto the street parking and pay for parking in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Is it this big of a place that they actually need to charge for parking on the street? They should just be happy people are here. No? I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Okay, maybe you can see Raymond in the back, but just pay for parking, pay for an hour, just use quarters, 4 quarters, $1 for an hour, or no, 30 minutes. I've got 30 minutes to check out Steamtown Mall because I think it's ridiculous to pay for parking here. This is what I paid $1 for to come see this. Not impressed, but I guess it's still part of the office tour around Scranton, Pennsylvania. All right, so back in the van, and now we got one more stop. We've got Poor Richard's, so I'm gonna head that way. Now I'm gonna get there a little early, but maybe just use that time to relax a little bit and show you along the way there, and then show you Poor Richard's, and I will be done with Scranton. The mall was okay. Psych. All right, well, you wouldn't know it by the looks of the outside, but here we are at Poor Richard's Pub. It is finally 5 o'clock. I can finally cross off the last thing to do here in Scranton for office-related touring. And so I'm gonna go check out, see what it is. It's an entertainment center here as well. It's got a bowling alley here. But yeah, go into the pub and see if I can just check out some of the cool stuff and then head out. Well, I know I'm not usually all that impressed, but wow, Poor Richard's Pub is absolutely unimpressive. I can't believe I stuck around for about an hour and a half for that. I give that one a big thumbs down. I couldn't even really show you much. There wasn't anything in there to show. The footage in there is probably not much. For somebody to review that the memorabilia there was just off the charts, that guy must have been being sarcastic. That was ridiculous. There was a few pictures of the cast that were there or whatnot, and that was it. So very depressing in there too. So yeah, that was it for the office tour around Scranton for me, and it is now time to get on the road and finally hit New York City. Looking forward to seeing that and sharing that. All right, bye. Take care. All right, well, I've got a secret menu item. It's not really a secret, but it's something I thought of from the show, that something I know is only kind of East Coast, but it is the Hers salt and vinegar chips. Also, something required by Karen as she was introduced basically to the show. She needed these to be able to get her job done. Would I normally get salt and vinegar chips? No. But they're not bad. I like salt and vinegar wings. First time having these. The Hers, even just in general, Hers, I think it's pronounced. And salt and vinegar. It's alright. This is a better experience than Poor Richard's. Yeah, a little deep dive, I guess. Going away from what, everybody else does here in Scranton. And the list of things to do. I'm not sure if too many people go and think, oh, I need to get Hers salt and vinegar chips. But there's one hell of an office day. I don't see anything in resemblance of vinegar on here other than seasoning, which is lactose, sodium diacetate, salt and malic acid, and sodium citrate. Nothing about vinegar. Here I am eating a bunch of stuff I can't even pronounce. I used to not do that. And again, that was referenced in my pizza video. That is going to be linked either right here or right here, because this is finally the end of the video. Goodbye.